Welcome, y'all, to another update on my F22A1 build. She's just about tore down to where I can start doing some work, or start sending shit out for a machine shop. Just got done taking all the head bolts out. The head is ready to be pulled. So I figured I'll share this moment with you, and we can pull this head off, and we can both get a first look at it, because I have not seen the condition of the cylinders yet. And as you can tell, as you've seen in the other video, you pretty much showed how the valve train and everything, how good everything looked. So let me see if I can set this camera up, and we'll see if we get this head off. Let's see if I can teeter-totter this sumbitch somewhere. Stay. Good enough. You just have to deal with it. Alright. I already broke it loose from the block. So let's pull this sumbitch on up. Well, I can tell number 4 was running a bit rich. Let me set this back down real quick. Let me set a couple of doodads down real quick. Oppose the advantage. About the best thing this thing's come in for. Alright. Set all that down. Alright. Pull some bitch off. That don't look too bad so far. Until I do my rag. Alright. Okay. Yeah, definitely number 4 was running a bit rich. Alright. Grab a bitch rig. Alright. Let me pull out my handy dandy wherever the fuck my flashlight went. Alright. Let's take a look at her. It don't look too bad. But number 4 was running a bit rich, as you can tell. But other than that, it don't look too bad. Ooh. I still see honing. I think this is a rebuilt engine at one time. Fucking right. No wonder this car ran so good. That's a rebuilt engine. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it or not. You see that cross hatching? Yeah, you can barely see it. But you still see the cylinder's been honed. And not wore at all. So I don't think there's too many miles on this engine. The car had 230 plus miles on it. But the cylinders look like they're brand freaking new. Huh. Got a little crud down the water jacket. Not too bad. That's what to be expected. Well, that's quite a surprise. I'm quite fucking happy. Good. That means I may not have to rebuild this bottom end. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, since it's obviously been rebuilt. And it looks really good. And I know the engine had a miss in it, so number 4 was the one that was missing. I already knew that. It was the one that backfired out of the stack. So most likely the distributor's gone bad. Alright, now for the valves. Head gasket's still on the head. But that one don't look too bad. It's number 1. I don't look bad at all. Number 2 doesn't look too bad at all. Number 3 doesn't look too bad at all. And number 4 is the one that was running a bit rich. It's got a little bit of... Ooh. Okay, we found the culprit. Why is misfiring? Looky there. We got a broken valve. Looks like the rest of the valves are fine. But we got one valve that's broke. It's chipped up. There's where our miss was. This is why the car wasn't running right. Or it ran damn good, but as long as it had the RPMs up, it's sitting at idle, it had a miss in it. There's the miss. See if I can get light in there. Yeah, you can't really see it too well, but there we go. You can see a bit of a light. Well, there's our culprit. So it looks like we just need one valve. All the other valves look good. Of course, won't know until I get this thing to the machine shop and have them look at it. Looks like one valve is a definite. That's a surprise. There's fucking chunks of it. Looks like it's fucking burned up. And most likely, it probably had oil coming into the cylinders while it was so wet. It probably burned up the seal. So I'm going to put new seals in it anyway. But I'm going to have to get a valve. That's no big deal. They're only like $10 a piece. Let's see if I can get this other thing off. Let's see, the gasket surface looks good. I can see some cross hatching, so yeah, I can definitely tell this head's been machined at one time, probably pretty recently. Which makes sense because you can tell that the intake ports have been machined. And they're quite smooth, and the exhaust side looks like shit, but that's why because it had a leaky header. But everything looks to be good other than that one valve, which is number 4. So I'm going to check this piston real good. Make sure everything's still in there. Let's see, I see one. Everything looks... I don't see any damage. No pitting or anything in the cylinder. I'm going to pull this thing back up. Ow! I don't see any pitting. Let's see, what valve was that? That was the one that was towards the... Let's see, of course, number 4 cylinder. It'd be the valve closest to number 3. It's on the exhaust side. So it'd be this one right here. That one right there is where it would hit. If it did hit. Got something there. Clip my light on. Get my handy dandy knife out. Oh, what the hell? Fucking knife just fell apart. Got some nice chunks of carbon. Got a lot of nice carbon on this built up. I don't recommend doing this either, by the way. But I do plan on re-smoothing out these anyway. But I don't see any chunks of metal or anything, just a bunch of freaking carbon that I'm going to have to clean up. And by the way, I'm not pressing hard with this knife. I'm not putting any gouges in this piston. I'm being very careful. Yeah, then we got some baked on goods. It don't look too bad. Junk ass knife. But it looks like the pistons survived. Just gotta clean it up. Everything else looks good. Got a little play in it, but that's to be expected. It don't look too bad. But it is a surprise to find that the cylinders are still got signs of being honed, which looks good. I'll probably go ahead and pull the pistons out, check the rings, see how much wore they are, and definitely get this head out to the machine shop within the next day or so. Have them check it out. I gotta get a fucking valve, which sucks. Oh well, no big deal. At least it's just one valve and not all 16, because them fuckers get expensive. It's like $120, $130 for 16 valves at $10 a piece. Oh, I gotta put that freaking dowel pin back in. But it don't look too bad though. I wasn't expecting it to be perfect, being that this engine ran the living shit out of. But it's still in pretty good shape. Regardless of what I had to do, this engine had to come apart anyway, since that valve. So I'm glad I discovered it before I put it into my car. I'm glad I decided to rebuild this engine. So, but already past 10 minutes. I know I can go longer on my account, but I know y'all don't want to sit around and watch this whole damn, like a long video, so I'm going to call it what it is, you know. Of course, my parts shelf is getting filled up. But there it is. Later.